correct time sleeping, yes, having food at the right time. Sorry, health is healthy food, avoiding junk food.
Peace mind,
Sorry,
peace mind.
peace of mind. I don't know. All this we know. All this we know. Nothing new. What was new? Very good. Self is more important than the body. That is one. What was new otherwise? Self is central to the human being. Body is an instrument to the self. In achieving all these higher levels of the self, in achieving continuity in happiness and prosperity. What was new? Yeah, he is new. That's what I can see. That's what I was wondering. Where is that one with a lot of hair? Okay. Yeah. What about you? What was your takeaway from the previous session?
Self is more important than
Self is more important. What do you need to do for the body? And what are we doing? What we need to do and what are we doing?
we need is want to take care of our body, man. But we are in case of others, we are suppressing our health.
Hold the mic closer.
In case of others,
In case of,
others, for the sake of others, we are suppressing.
we need to take care of our body. We need to nourish it, nurture it, protect it. Yes? So we need to eat nutritious food. Take all the air and the water and all that is healthy for the body. But we will go 5 kilometers for clean petrol. But what do we do to this body? This vehicle, what do we do? This is also a vehicle for the self. We are careless about it. We have not given it that importance. We are not concerned about the health of the body. What we are concerned is the sensations of the body. We want the body to be comfortable, always cool, cool from the breeze, from the air conditioner. We may not want to go in the fresh air. We may not want to open the windows and take the fresh light and air. It's easy to switch off on the fan. Only one click. Isn't it? So body is an important instrument. We need to take care of it. Self is central to the human being. We need to understand self. We need to develop right understanding. We need to refer to our natural acceptance. We need to live in relationships with everyone, with every unit in nature. Thereby establishing mutual happiness and mutual prosperity. What do? We do exact opposite. We sleep late, get up late, eat at wrong times, eat wrong things, use the vehicle which is supposed to transport body from one place to another, use it for status. Think that this house, which is supposed to give us shelter, will give us status. We are having this entire preconditioning where we think that house, car will all give us status. Gold, property, shares, land, house, everything will give us status, and we are running behind it from morning to night, ignoring the need of the child. The child comes to us to share his good experiences, his joy. Instead of mentoring him and guiding him to become a good human being, we are running behind that physical facility from morning to night. And everything we have an excuse. I don't have time. I have too much work in the department. I have too much work in the institution. Whole day. Are we so busy that we can't respond to our children? Are we so busy that we can't interact with our children, with our students? Find out what are their difficulties, find out what are their challenges, find out what are their achievements, find out whether are they living only for physical facility, guide them whether physical facility is important or self is important, relationship is important. Are we able to do that? We are not able to, because we ourselves don't know what we are working for. We are still working for how rather than working for what. If we know that what is important, and if we know my what is happiness in continuity, then everything I will do will be surrounded around that. Now we are coming to harmony in the family. We have so far discussed human beings, self and body, the two units, the conscious and the material. And the proposals were that self is central, self is very important, and we are ignoring self, and we are giving all the importance to body. We are giving importance to physical facility which is material, which is temporary, which will go back to nature sooner or later. Yes or no? Any material that you are aware which will go on for eternity? Example of gold, example of silver, example of mud, soil, plants, body, everything is cyclic. Everything will go back to nature. You may give it a new form, a new shape, but eventually everything will have some ending point. The form will change, the shape will change. It is cyclic. Are we able to see this? That material is temporary and the need for material by the body is also temporary. The need for material by the body is also temporary. Now we are discussing self. We are going to discuss more and more of self. Body, of course, is required for expressing. So what is harmony in the family? Is when all the need of the self is satisfied. And we are starting with trust, which is the foundational value. All the 9 feelings are going to be built up on trust. And again, as said earlier, we are all discussing the basic aspiration, that is continuity in harmony, that is happiness and prosperity. And now we are coming to the second level of harmony in family. So far we were discussing harmony in the human being. And all this is a proposal, so explore it for your own self. You can experientially validate it. If it results in happiness, mutual happiness and mutual prosperity, you can take it as the right proposal. What is my value in the family? What is your value in the family? To live in harmony with others. Who will you consider valuable? In your family, you may be living with 4 persons, 6 persons, 10 persons, whatever is the number. Who is more valuable to you? Sorry? Everybody. Each and everyone. Who is valuable in the department? Sorry? Everyone. Which pen is valuable to you? The gold or the plastic? So we understand that the pen is valuable only if it writes. Which fan is valuable? Which is going to give you breeze. The one which will rotate. Which air conditioner is valuable? Sorry? The one which gives coolness. Which water is valuable? Which satisfies your thirst, quenches your thirst. Which clothes are valuable? Sorry? Which protects your body? Yes or no? Against the sun, cold, modesty, whatever we want to say. Which house is valuable? A house in the jungle? What do you expect from the house? Security, protection, protection against all the weather conditions. What is your value? What is your value as a human being? Taking care of family members. Sorry? We are happy and making others happy. Living in harmony and helping others to live in harmony. Cooperating with others. Now, because some of you all said everyone is valuable. Everyone, then all criminals also are valuable. Even in the family, if there is a criminal, that criminal is valuable. Think about it, what we are saying. No, because he may be my son or my brother, maybe he is valuable, even if he is a criminal. Is that so? Human being is valuable. But which human being is valuable, you have to decide. Pen, all pens write. The pens which don't write, you put it in the dustbin. Gold pen which doesn't write, you keep it for the value of the gold. Go and exchange with money. Yesterday you all have said all that. I didn't say it, you all said it. Isn't it?
family head is more valuable. Family head.
Family head. Why is the family head valuable?
Yes, ma'am. He is taking care of all the activities of the family, and he should.
This is your assumption, he is taking care. What if the head of the family is drinking? Hard drinks, not water. Is he valuable? Think about it. Explore for yourself. Who is valuable? Which human being is valuable? A person with the right understanding who is contributing to the harmony. Only those people are valuable. You stop working, start drinking, sit in the house, people will throw you out. Till we continue to participate, whatever is the larger order, whether we are contributing in the financial needs, whether we are contributing in the emotional needs, whether we are contributing in the physical requirements of the family, the work that is required. Physical facility is also required, it's not required. So whatever we are able to contribute, as long as I participate in the larger order, there is value. But if I be a disharmonious person, I cannot contribute to the harmony of the family. If I am in disharmony, even if one day we are angry and that anger is lasting for long, the family members' desire will be this person should go away for some time at least right now. They are scared. They don't want you in the house. And this is the feeling even amongst children for their own parents. Either they want to go away or they want the parent to go away. So disharmony in an individual can be the cause of disharmony in the family. Even if not the cause, at least cannot facilitate harmony in the family. So right now we are discussing the role of me in my family, your role in your family, your value as a human. As human being, we have never understood what my value is. When I asked the students yesterday, they said 200 rupees, 50 rupees, 40 rupees. When I asked them the value of pen and duster and all, because our mind has got trained, it's preconditioned to equate everything with money. Ask them what is your value. They had no answer because we also don't have answers. We never know that my value is only if I participate in the larger order. Only if I contribute to the harmony in the society, to the harmony in the family, then only I am considered valuable. A person who earns $10 million or 10 million rupees is earning and wanting more and more and more. On the other hand, you have a person with the same $10 million or rupees and with the right understanding determines what is his need. Living with a feeling of prosperity that I have more than what I need and shares it with others. There are innumerable examples of both types. Who is more valuable? The first or the second? Are we able to see? I I may also need some help, that other person also may need some help. Am I able to understand what is the need of the other person and help the other? In the same way, if the other is also understanding what I need and is helping me in my development, that is the participation in the larger order. Nothing we have to do. Try to understand where is the need and try to help to fulfill that need. That's all. Similarly, like the money, I have another example. There are people who are living with right understanding. Do we expect that they should also share their right understanding with others and facilitate the right understanding with others? Sharing is not only money. Sharing is not only materials. Sharing can also be with knowledge. Knowledge of the truth. Knowledge of the real. Which is more important than the physical things. Which is more important than the need of the body. So if I develop right understanding, as I am progressing in my development, if I can share it with others, am I valuable or no? Yes? So similarly, when our children are growing, the child has come to me to show his results. If I have the right understanding, I know how to direct the child. That this is good, whatever the child has done in whichever subject. Ask the child, what will you do with all this knowledge? He will say degree. Then he will say to earn money, to get a job, to earn money. All of them have the same answers. Yes or no? You are here for a job. You will get a degree, then you will work and you will earn salary. But while you are earning that degree, while you are earning that job, and while you are earning the salary, in that process, can you be in harmony and can you help others to be in harmony? Yes or no? Yes or no? If I know what I want, if I know what others want, if I know that all of us want happiness, I want to be happy, you want to be happy, what will I do? While I am studying, while I am teaching, while I am earning all the accolades, while I am securing a job, while I am working wherever I am, while I am taking the salary back home, whatever package it is, big, small, whatever it is, in that process, every moment I can work towards my own happiness and work towards the happiness of others. But if my focus is only the job, if my focus is only the degree, is only the package, it's only the physical facility, is only the body, then I'm not aware of the self. I'm not aware of myself, I'm not aware of others' self. All the blunders in our life, all the disharmony in our life is because of that. Because we have assumed us to be the body. We have assumed human being to be the body. If we assume human being to be the body, then we will continue to feel that happiness is through this. But if we have understood and we have this natural acceptance that my need of the self is mutual happiness and prosperity, continuity in happiness and prosperity. I will then work towards relationship for mutual happiness, my happiness and your happiness. I will work at mutual prosperity, where I will also be prosperous, I will see nature is also prosperous. I will also enrich nature. Are we able to see this? The only shift that has to happen, it's a very small shift. It's a big shift in imagination and behavior. What is this small shift? Can anyone repeat what I've said? Yes? What is the small shift that we have to develop in our understanding, which is right understanding?
Change within ourselves.
Sorry?
Change within ourselves.
What is that change within ourselves?
Sometimes we may think that we are right, but we may be wrong. So,
No, not right or wrong. Right now, what are we discussing? So it all depends on where we are paying attention right now to.
Focusing on self rather than body.
Who is this?
Focusing on self rather than body.
First of all, we need to be aware that human being is a coexistence of self and body. If we are not aware that human being is the coexistence of self and body, we will continue to focus on body. And what Madam said rightly, our focus should be on the self. This will only happen if I am clear about this misconception, if I am clear about the understanding human being is self and body. It is coexistence of self and body. Right now, what is the misconception? Human being is body. So, what is that small shift required? Human being is self and body. Once the shift is done, everything will fall in place. Human being is self and body, that means now for everything my focus has to be self, body will happen. My focus has to be self. I am repeating this question for all of you all there. What is the shift required? What is that little focus that has to change? You can pass the mic there. There behind. One of you all can respond.
So if we concentrate on the self, we can have improvement with us. So that will give the positive harmony with us.
Okay. Can one of you all say? What is the shift required? The one who has the mic.
Our body will work according to the self, ma'am.
Body will work according to the self? Yes. But what is self-regulation? When the self has the right understanding in it. Okay. What is the focus to shift from? What is the misconception and what is the right understanding? What is understanding and what is right understanding? Right understanding is knowing. That's knowledge. We are using knowledge for many things. That is information. Knowledge is when it comes, when the truth, when we understand the truth, that's knowledge. So what is the shift to come from? Yes?
Shift required from body to self.
Shift is required that human being is not only body, human being is self plus body. Because the body needs also have to be fulfilled. But we don't have to focus on it fully. which we are doing right now. Our focus has to be self. And along with it, the body also has to be looked into. Is this shift okay? Because only if this shift is required, if this is understood, we can proceed further. Otherwise, there's no point discussing all the other feelings. Till we are not able to understand the shift is required, that human being is the coexistence of self and body. Are we all at the same page right now? Then we can move ahead. Now, can we live in harmony? Can we live in relationship without understanding relationship? What do you all think? Do we need to understand whatever we are doing since morning and yesterday? Do we need to understand relationship so that we are able to live in relationship? Yes? Okay. We had also explored that unhappiness in our family, whether it is more due to lack of physical facility or more due to lack of relationship. What do you all think? Lack of fulfillment in relationship. As long as we consider human being to be body, it is not possible to understand relationship. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no point going to the next session. If we are not able to see the shift that is required, the shift that is required is that my misconception, my preconditioning that I am the body has to move from human being is self and body. And that self is central to the human being. Body is just an instrument. It is important. Of course, without body, we cannot move further. Body is required. But body is not the only thing. It cannot be the only thing. So as long as we consider human being to be body, it is not possible to understand relationship. And without understanding relationship, if we don't understand relationship, we cannot fulfill them. Where is he gone? Chintu? Okay. We'll wait for him. In the meanwhile, we'll go further. Even though we want to fulfill relationship, so we are trying to assume relationship on the basis of body and trying to fulfill relationship on the basis of body. And this does not work in spite of all the good intentions. Now we can explore relationship with clarity of human being as coexistence of self and body. Okay. Now you can think of any person with whom you can relate to for this entire session, the first session and the next session. Relationship is between oneself and another self. Is it between body and body? Is it between oneself and the body of another? No. It is between oneself and another self. But we sometimes consider it to be body. That is why we ignore the small children. They are small. But we don't understand there is no difference in the self. My self and the child's self is the same. The need of the self is the same. Even male, female. Women are weak. So we consider it's okay to ignore them. Many decisions we take without them. This is the world over. Nothing to do only in Chennai. It's everywhere. Why does this happen? Because we go by body. Body may be weaker. Body may be smaller. Body may be dark. Body may be light. So many differences are there as far as body is concerned. But the self is the same in all. Irrespective of gender, age, position, somebody with a higher position, somebody with a lower position, all those differences we have. Somebody who's rich, that richness is a physical facility to do with the body. How is the self different? How is the self of a gardener and the self of a vice chancellor different? Self is a self. So relationship is between one self and another self, not between self and body. Are you able to see the feelings? Yes? There are feelings. There are feelings of relationship in one self for the other self. So keep that one person in your mind. These feelings can be recognized. They are definite. There are 9 feelings. If I give you the example, bring your mothers into your imagination. Bring your mother into your imagination. What is the feeling that you can remember of the 9 feelings? Sorry?
Almost all.
Almost all. Okay, if I give you an example of affection.
I had sacrificed while I was preparing for my exam. She'll be doing all the things for that, and that is affectionate.
And trust is, if I tell anything which I feel insecure, I'll tell to her, then that will keep it safe.
Okay, we'll come to the other feelings later. But affection, can all of you all imagine the feeling, experience the feeling of affection? Maybe your mother is there, living, not living, there with you here, maybe some other part of the country, another country, whatever. But are you able to understand affection when I tell you to imagine your mother?
Yes.
It's a distinct feeling. Yes or no?
Yes.
So this way we are having the 9 feelings. And what is the body doing? The body is used in expression. What is the expression? What do we do to express it? How did the mother express affection to you? By sitting beside you when you are upset. Maybe she has patted your back or your head when you are upset. Maybe she hugged you. Maybe she kissed you. She held your hand. All that the mother has done when you were not well, when you were upset, or whatever, all that the mother has done were all expressions of affection. Is that understood? So the body is used in expressing all this. Like even respect. In some communities, touching the feet is respect. In some community, doing this is respect. There are different ways of expressing respect. Now, understanding relationship is important. Once we understand the relationship, we accept relationship. What is acceptance of relationship? What is accepting relationship? What is accepting relationship?
In-laws relationship, sometimes we may not, sometimes we cannot feel that like our parents, we cannot, but this is they are the producer of our my husband, so that I have to obey them, I have to respect them. That is the acceptance of relationship.
Do we have to?
I have to respect and I have to do
Is it
whatever
have
the
to?
things. Not
Do I have to?
no, that's why I have to. That is to be shifted to. It is my
My need.
yes.
Very nice. What is acceptance of relationship is? Accepting the other to be my relative. I may have opposition for my father. I may have opposition towards my mother. I may have opposition towards my friend. I may have opposition towards my children. What is acceptance of relationship? That the other wants to make me happy. The other wants to be happy and wants to make me happy. Can you give Rohan's example? Can you give his example? When we had asked him, and when I explained to him all that his father has done for him, what was his response? He will forget the January incidents. What happened there? He accepted the relationship. That acceptance has to be there. If the acceptance is there, that feeling of relationship will be there. And you will settle down immediately, there will be happiness. If you have opposition with anyone, bring that person in your mind. Remember all that the person has done for you. Don't hold the person, the grudges against the person because of the one wrong deed that the person has done. Or maybe the 10 wrong deeds the person has done. Remember the thousands of deeds that the person has done for your good. You will tend to forget what you are holding on against the person. And the moment you let it go, you become relaxed. You come into harmony. You relax. All the stress goes away. You don't need any stress management classes. You don't need any stress management workshop. Stress is created by ourselves. Disharmony is created by ourselves. Harmony can be restored only by ourselves, not by anyone else. Even I cannot help you to restore. I can only facilitate it. Who has to work towards it? You yourself. You have to choose that you want to pay attention and listen to the session. You want to explore, that is also your decision. I said, bring one person in mind. Whoever the person is, parent, spouse, children. It was your decision whether you wanted to bring that person or not, in your imagination. It was your decision whether you want to explore this, keeping that other in mind. And if you explore with the right understanding, your stress can be relieved. You can resolve all the problems. Everything can be resolved. That is why when I asked Rohan whether you want your remote control to be in your hands or you want your remote control with somebody else. The remote control for your own happiness. He immediately said it, I want it in my control. I want to make myself happy. I don't want others to decide. Not even their parents. This is natural acceptance. I want to be happy. We all have that desire. But we are working on preconditioning others can make me happy or not happy. And we don't even realize we live for years. Two brothers not talking to each other, spouses not talking to each other. Why does all this happen? Because we are holding back. We can hold these things for years against some uncle, against some aunt, against parent, against sibling, against spouse. We can hold this for years. We can decide whether we want to accept the relation and let it go. Let it go. If we let it go, who gets relaxed? We only. We are not relaxed because of disharmony within us. Disharmony within us is a baggage. It is all the stress giver. All the trouble is because of that. What do we need to do is let go. Let it off. So there is happiness in me because I have accepted the relationship. And it is important for me to share that feeling with others. Rohan has said that he'll forget the January incidents. Rohan, what will you do today after going at home in the evening?
I'll be happy.
Will you talk to your father nicely?
Yes.
What will you do with him?
We both play games.
Now you saw? He will play games. He will hug his father. He will love his father. He will express that. Sharing the feeling with the other is very important. How will the other know that you are happy with that person? So it is very important to share this feeling with the other. And it is very important that the other recognizes it. The other is able to evaluate the feeling. That's also very important. And to the stage that the other is also happy. So Rohan will now ensure that his father is also happy. Yes, Rohan? You will ensure that your father is also happy. Nice. And therefore, this will lead to mutual happiness. This will lead to mutual happiness. So this cycle has to complete. Just opening up the loop is not important. It is important to close this cycle with our children, with our spouse, with our parents, siblings, whoever they are. Especially if the other has got the feeling that we are in opposition with them, try to meet them, try to assure them that you are having the feeling of relationship with them. Communicate that with them. Ensure that it has reached them. If they are with the right understanding, they will reciprocate that way. But at that time, if they do not have the right understanding, if they do not have the competency to understand, they may continue their behavior. But isn't it helping you that you are relieved? Your responsibility is completed. Isn't it? So this can also happen in Rohan's case, that he thought that he'll play with his father. He thought he will give him a hug, but maybe the father is again busy with work. Again the response may continue. Again the same story can continue. But you have to be relaxed that you have played your role. You have to continue to be in your harmony. What is trust? What is trust?
person keeps the
Sorry?
If the person keeps the information in a confidential manner, so that there will be a trust.
So it is conditional. You will trust people if the condition is fulfilled.
Belief, ma'am.
What is belief?
Believing a particular person.
Why will you believe one and not believe the other?
Maybe good relation with that particular person.
Think more. Explore this more. Trust is to be assured. Yeah.
We should not have any doubt on our intention. Trust.
Not having doubt on whose intention? On the other person's intention.
No. So if I meet any person, so I should not precondition, or I should not take the words of the others and behave with them.
No, I may not take the voice of the others. That we already seen ABC. But suppose I don't know you. What do I do? Do I trust you or not trust you? The proposal is trust is to be assured, to have that clarity that the other wants to make me happy and prosperous. This is anyone. This is even including the robber, the criminal and all. Trust is, but at least that trust that he or she wants to make. That is not doubting the intention of the other. Having that assurance that all others want to make me happy and prosperous. Are we able to accept this? So bring that other person in your mind. You are the first individual, the other individual, whomever you wish to, whoever your family, close friend, colleagues, whoever. Now we are asking simple questions. Now we are evaluating the trust between two individuals. You can raise your hand. I want to make myself happy. I want to make myself happy. Nice. At least here all of us want to make ourselves happy. I want to make the other happy. Everyone. You want to make the other happy? That means that here in this room there is nobody who wants to make the other unhappy. And if we go to the larger, even nation, international, wherever, human beings are there and these questions will be asked, it will be the same.
The person we assume that is the other denotes. Yeah.
Please do something.
I want to make the other happy means the person which we assumed that denotes the other, not the everyone person in the world.
No, here you can imagine your other. But what I am trying to say is the proposal is all human beings, this will hold true. Right now you hold your other person. The other wants to make himself or herself happy. Yes or no? Raise your hand if you agree to this statement. Okay. The other wants to make me happy. All hands are not up. Is there a doubt? Is there a doubt? Is there a doubt?
Told that already not expect others.
Sorry?
They are giving more to others.
Ma'am, already you given one clarification. We are expecting others giving happiness, so we are giving remote to others. No? They are giving means we are accepting.
Other wants to make me happy.
Okay. I am
This
allowing.
is that trust is what is your natural acceptance.
Okay.
Is your natural acceptance that you want to make yourself happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Is your natural acceptance saying that the other, you want to make the other happy?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the natural acceptance of the other? The other wants to make himself happy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah?
Yes.
Your natural acceptance is saying that the other wants to make himself happy.
Yes, ma'am.
The other wants to make me happy. What is your natural acceptance?
Yeah, I connect. Yeah, they are showing me some care or kind.
The others want to make me happy. Yeah,
Yes,
you're clear about it. Okay. Now those who have doubts, how many of you have doubts that the other wants to make me happy? Yeah, you can discuss it. Your
How can I give? How can I get assurance they can make me happy?
We are not saying
The other wants to make me happy.
This is your natural acceptance. This is about your natural acceptance. I'm not saying whether they are able to make or no. I'm just saying what is the natural acceptance for them. Your natural acceptance and their natural acceptance.
Cannot assure.
Okay, we'll keep this as a question then. Is this okay? You are more settled with this question mark? What is naturally acceptable to you? Now let us look. Bring back that other person. Don't forget that other person. Now about your competence. I am able to make myself always happy. Raise your hand if you agree to this. No? I am able to make the other always happy. No? The other is able to make himself, herself always happy. The other is able to. Able to is competency. Is able to make himself, herself always happy. Question mark. The other is able to make me always happy. Such a strong no. Is this okay? Please see the difference. This is what I want and this is what I am. Where I am. This is what I want to and this is what I am. I want to make myself always happy, but I am not able to make myself always happy. I want to make the other happy, but I am not able to make the other always happy. The other wants to make himself, herself happy. The other is able to make himself, herself always happy. Not necessary. The other wants to make me happy. I have my doubt on the intention of the person. But am I able to see that the intention of the person is also to make me happy? The competency of the person may vary, is not able to make me happy. So what happens? I am judging myself based on intention. I am judging the other based on competency. I am not able to see that the other's natural acceptance is also to make me happy. make himself happy and me happy. Are we able to see this? Is there a difference? The way I judge myself and the way I judge others? Let us see with an example. When a glass broke, what do we say? What would we say? If the glass broke,
Others did, I may say, why can't you be careful? If I did, it's okay, it's just a glass.
if the other broke, your set has got disrupted. Your set of 6 glasses. Isn't it? Think about it. What would be your reaction? The other broke a glass. That person broke the glass. That means we have doubted the intention. The glass broke by accident. I came late because the train was late, the bus was late, the breakfast was not served on time. Every day the breakfast is not served on time, that is why I come late. Every day the bus is late, that is why I come late, or sometimes it's also because of myself. You're late to class always because of the breakfast, or sometimes also because of your own self.
Also because of myself.
But you heard in the morning, what did she say? I am late when the breakfast is served late.
It's also my mistake, ma'am. I wake up later.
That we are coming to it now. Because of this intention and ability, potential, the competency. Even if I make the same mistake 100 times, we come late so often. We have to meet somebody and we are late there. Does it happen or no? The glass may have broken. Anytime milk has got overspilled on the gas, tea or milk, vessel getting burnt, forgotten to put off the gas. Does it happen or no? Many times. What do? Quietly put it off, clean the vessel, go inside. Yes or no? I never doubt my intention because I know I never wanted to burn it. I never wanted the milk to spill. Otherwise, why would I have cut the bag, put the milk in the vessel, put it to boil and then let it go? I could have just cut it and put it in the basin. Isn't it? So I know my intention was to put the milk to boil, but because I was not having my presence of mind or something, and that is why the milk went. At that same time, if your mother-in-law was there, before that, we'll wash it off. But suppose she is there to witness the whole episode. Sorry? No single witness will be there. No, but if she is standing there only when the milk is gone, now what will you do? What will she tell you? What will she
She's
tell you?
always doing the same. Whenever she is in the cooking, whenever she is coming here, something she is doing like.
So I never doubt my intention. Or 47. 3 things are not come. what happens? Go right now and buy it. How did you forget it? Why did you not buy it? Every time this thing you never buy. Or every time you have to forget one thing. So the husband says, write down and give me. Send me the list on WhatsApp, I'll buy it. On WhatsApp also the same story happens. 47 or 49 things come, one thing is not come. Before even listening to him, I knew you are never going to bring everything. I knew you will always forget. And then slowly the husband now says, but this particular item was not available. And whatever is the logic. But before that, all the discussion is over from our side. All the disharmony that is there in us has already got transferred. Because our preconditioning is the other never wanted to bring all the things. Does this happen or no? Yes or no? So doubt on intention is a major reason for problems in relationship. Think about it. Most of the problems are doubting the intention of the other. What is the common mistake? I evaluate myself on the basis of intention. You can see that block. I evaluate the other on the basis of their competence. I doubt their intention. I assume their lack of competence to be their lack of intention. I feel opposed to the other. I get irritated, angry. Does this all happen? And that internal anger is going to come out in behavior, in words. And I may not speak to the other for days. Or even break up the relationship. One may have lost many friends like this. Just to give you a small real episode that has happened. Maybe I'll just go to the next slide and then come back. So distinguishing natural acceptance and desire. Natural acceptance is what we know, that is the truth, that is the reality, that is the real. So desire is not same as natural acceptance. Desires, small part of it may come from natural acceptance. But larger set of desires are driven by preconditioning and sensation. I may desire a car, a house, gold, property, that is coming from preconditioning or sensation. A small proportion of it comes from natural acceptance. And this desire that has come because of preconditioning and sensation is leading to doubt on intention. And this comes out in the way I behave and the way I am interacting with nature. So the major cause of all the relationships are doubt on intention. So just give you a small episode that has happened. Two small episodes which I'll share. One of it is about two students who were living in the hostel in one of the universities which was in the south only. And after we did the session, they were exploring. And the two friends weren't talking to each other. So one of them thought, why should I doubt the intention? Let me clarify. Maybe it was lack of competency. And so the child is talking to the other one, the other friend. And he asks him that on so and so day, I called you several times. This is also for you. Yeah. I called you when you were coming out of the canteen and I was entering the canteen. I called out for you several times. You didn't look at me. You did not respond to me. May I know the reason? The other one, try to remember which day this person was relating to. Was it the day after which you stopped talking to me? Was it that previous day? That previous evening? He said yes. So he said, I don't know why you're not talking to me, but since you are asking me, I will explain to you what happened on that previous evening. He said, I'm not aware that you have called me, but I know what has happened on the previous evening with me. And what had happened on the previous evening with me? He said, I lost my wallet with all the important things that were there in it. And I had already had dinner. I was going back to the room. I went to the room and I realized that I've lost my wallet. I was very stressed because of all the important things that were there. My father's card also was in it, bank cards or whatever. He said I was very stressed. I went to several places where I had gone earlier, and in the end I also went to the canteen. And I found it in the canteen. But the next day onwards, you stopped talking to me, so I couldn't share this thing with you. He said that when I entered the canteen and you were entering the canteen and I was going out, I called you several times, but you did not pay attention to me. You did not respond to me, and that is why I am angry. Can you understand now? Was this doubt on intention or lack of competency? He has doubted the intention. But was the real cause to be doubted? Was the intention to be doubted? No. What was it? Lack of competency. Lack of competency to handle that situation. So sometimes when we are doing something, your NAC work or your other examination work or you're preparing some reports, doesn't it happen several times that you've not even eaten for long hours? Does it happen or no? It is that not that you're not hungry, but you don't realize you've not eaten. You realize after all the work is done that now you're hungry. So a lot of things that happen where we are not aware of them. So this child was searching for his wallet frantically, was not competent to concentrate on any other thing. He was not able to listen to anything, but his mind was completely preoccupied in his wallet. When the friend understood that he has not spoken to him or not responded to him, not because he had anything against him, not that he intended not to talk to him, but he was preoccupied, he was under some stress, and that is why he could not. So he said, had I not clarified this and had I doubted the intention, I would have lost a friend. Are we able to see this? That the intention is not to make somebody unhappy, but we are not competent enough to make the other happy all the time. In another case, these were two faculty. They were sitting like this in the session, and generally we have the session pre-lunch. Like we are going one session little later. So they had a pre-lunch session on trust, and They went for lunch. Post lunch, when all of them came and we were taking the feedback on the session, their reflections, there were two faculty, like this only they were sitting. Of course, they were all sitting down. There was faculty sitting like this and faculty sitting like this. But there were no chairs. They were all sitting down. Two faculty there in the middle. One of them was crying and the other one was consoling. So we were wondering something must have happened during the break time and maybe she's helping her. So I thought that I should not disturb her. So I was speaking to the others. And when I was speaking to the others and taking the reflection, that one who was consoling, she asked for the mic. So I told her, you settle her, then you can talk. She said, no, I want to talk. And she took the mic and then she shared that we were not talking for the past more than 1 year. For the past more than 1 year, we were not talking to each other. And because of the session, she said that we just thought that we have to interact. And she was giving the name of her friend. She thought that she must clarify with me. She was quite stable. The other one was completely emotional, she had become. And she was the one who opened the topic. She said she wanted to clarify. So she spoke to me. And she said that right now I'm in a position to talk. 1 year before, I had gone to a phase in my life that I was not able to talk. That was the phase when this friend, we were very friendly, we have been childhood friends, very close to each other, but there was a time when I had stopped interacting with anybody. And she took it very personal that I am not interacting with her. And because I was not interacting with her, she got angry on me and she stopped talking with me. And today, because of our interaction during the lunch break, she has realized that she was doubting my intention. And she has realized that it was not my intention to hurt her, but I was not competent to play the same role with her that I was playing earlier. And she said earlier, at that phase, I couldn't talk about it, but today I can talk about it. And she explained her whole episode. This is a episode I'm talking about last May, April or May it was, in one of the engineering college. And they had stopped, so this is 23 May or April. And 22 April, May, they had stopped talking. And before that, 6 months onwards, there was little stretch in their relationship. So almost since 21, 22, it had started. And she was just explaining, during the COVID time, she lost her mother. This girl who was narrating the incident. She said, I lost my mother in 2021, due to COVID. She's a young girl, married just about a year back. And just after the marriage, all this episode had happened. And she said, my father is also young. And she's saying, my father went into depression and he went to the feeling of loneliness. And she said she had a brother who was already moving with a girl and he wanted to marry her. So she said that that brother was going to get married and wanted to stay with his wife separately. Maybe that was their decision. So she's saying, I didn't want my father to stay alone. And I have got married, I have come this side. Mumbai is big. So she is staying somewhere else. Father is staying in some rural part. So she is saying that I cannot go to my father every day and he is going into depression. He is feeling very low. Brother is getting married and going somewhere else. In that same rural part but in a different house. So she said, I discussed this with my Masi. Masi is mother's sister. And I took advice from her, I took guidance from her, and she agreed that I can get my father married again. So she, at her age of 25, she herself was very young. At 25, searched another life partner for him and got him married. Now, in this entire thing, she's saying, I didn't know whether I was taking the right decision or not. Getting my father married when I am also just married. Brother is also just married. Whether I was doing the right thing. But my father's health was so bad, he needed somebody for his physical support, for his emotional support, to bring him out every moment. How do I work with him otherwise? So she said her Masi is the mother's sister. She had suggested, her aunt had suggested her this, and she said she took that decision. Lot of people had gone against her. Her brother itself was against it. But she took that decision against all odds with the support of her aunt and was taking those every day. There was some discussion, some things backfiring, some things were going straight. She said I passed through that entire phase, which took me more than 6 months. And I didn't know in my age whether I was doing the right thing. And that was a phase I could not discuss these personal matters with everyone. And therefore, I wanted my own silence. And in the house, I was busy with the mother-in-law, husband, family. I didn't have time, I couldn't discuss it with anyone. I didn't have time to think about it. So in the college, I would sit peacefully and think. I would talk to my aunt. I would spend a lot of time in all this. She's saying now, it's a long time. It's more than a year now. My father is settled. He's come out of all that loneliness, depression, everything. He's better. I don't know even today whether I've taken the right decision, because a lot of our family members are still against. But whatever has happened is good for my father. So she was just asking whether I did the right thing. But she was also consoling her friend, because the friend had built so many stories in her own mind. All imagination. She doesn't want to talk to me, and then she said I was not talking to anyone at that time. So I explained that to her. But her friend said that I didn't realize you're not talking to anyone. I just thought that you're not talking to me. And that's why she doubted her intention, not knowing that she was not competent to handle that situation at that time. So generally, whenever a person is in disharmony, when the person is not talking normally or not talking, it is to be understood that that person is in disharmony, is not competent to handle that situation that the person is in, whatever is the situation. So instead of doubting the intention, try and understand the competency of that person. If we can help the person, we can help. If we are not in a position to help, just leave the person to themselves. Are we able to see this doubt on intention as a major cause of difficulty in relationship? So if you have unconditional, continuous trust on intention of the other, and if the other is lacking in competence, what will you do of the 4 things? To improve his competence, get irritated, get angry, or have a feeling of opposition? What will we do? Try to improve the competence. But what do we do in our life? We also get angry on that person. The moment the person gets angry, our ego also goes high. I have not done anything wrong and you are getting angry on me. And then there is a shower of words. So whatever is going on in the imagination comes out in our behavior. Trust on intention is, this is the response. If we trusted the intention of the person, then we are working on the competence of the person. And all these 3 are reactions when we doubt the intention of the person. So how many persons in our family and friends do we trust? Do we have trust on intention? Unconditional and continuous. You remember that condition that you spoke about in the beginning? You had said the condition, if the person is able to keep the secret or something like that. Nobody wants to tell the secret. They all want to make you happy. But if the competency of the person is not there, you don't share your secret. It's just that. But we don't have to go with the feeling of opposition towards the person. This is fundamental. Trust on intention is the foundation of any relationship. And you can get an idea of the state of your understanding about relationship from this exploration. You can explore this and see where you are. So trust is to have clarity that the other intends to make me happy. Just as am I able to make myself always happy? No. Am I able to make the other always happy? No. Just as I lack competency, in the same way the other also is not able to make himself happy or make me happy. So this lack of competency will apply to everyone, whereas this is clean. Natural acceptance for everyone is the same as me. I want to make me happy and I want the others to be happy. The other also wants to be happy and wants to make me happy. Intention, doubting the intention is a problem. And this is what we do. Mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, all this is going on. Father, son, all this is going on, doubt on intention. So what is this? These are different individuals. You can put yourself and you can put the other individual also over here. Other self also next to it. So what is this? The red is the lack of competency. Black is the red is the lack of competency because of preconditioning. Black is the lack of competency because of sensation. And yellow is the competency that we have developed when we are referring to natural acceptance. So the natural acceptance is the same in every human being? Yes or no? Yes or no? Natural acceptance is the same in every human being. Everyone wants to be in relation with other. So competence is the share of imagination that is guided by natural acceptance. And competence of various people will be different. So what is your takeaway from the session? Trust on intention of the other. Trust the natural acceptance of the other. Everyone has the same natural acceptance. Everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants the other to be happy. This is the natural acceptance. Trust on it. I am able to see that the other has a natural acceptance to make me happy. She or he may not have the competence to do so. So now, after having studied and understood this, what about the other and what about myself? When I talk about myself, the glass broke by accident. That's okay. When I make a mistake even once, I am clear about my intention. I know the mistake is due to lack of competence, not because of somebody else. Somebody else came on the door, somebody else called me that time. It's not that. The breakfast was not served on time, the bus didn't come on time. It is because of the lack of competence in myself. So what do? I will put effort to improve my competence. I will take the previous bus, or I will go for breakfast before time, or I will skip the breakfast and make the breakfast myself in my room, whatever. I'll find a solution to it. Now, for the other also it is the same. The glass broke by accident. I am not doubting the intention. So even if the other makes the same mistake 100 times, I am clear about his intention. Even 100 times if he forgets to bring something from the market, 100 times if the milk has spilled, I am clear about his or her intention. I know the mistake is due to lack of competence, not lack of intention. I make effort to help to improve the competence with a feeling of, with what feeling? Affection. I know that he may have difficulty understanding and also I may have difficulty in explaining. This is very important. It's not that I told you 100 times still you're not changing, still you're not improving. You may have told 100 times, but the other person's competency also has to improve, no? Without becoming irritated, without getting angry. So trust on intention is the starting point for mutual development. Sorry, that's it. what is trust? This is understanding, this is assuming. When you talk about assuming, trust on competence is based on events that will keep changing. Last 5 times I lent her money, she did it, whatever, blah, blah. These are all examples. These are case studies. He said he will reach at 11 but didn't reach and whatever. Now you come here. So here you're not looking for natural acceptance, you're looking case to case on that incidence, and you are not looking at the competence at all. You're looking at competence and putting it as intention. But when you have the right understanding, what will you do? Being able to see that all human beings have the same natural acceptance. Trust on intention is founded on understanding. The base of trust is right understanding. It is not based on events. It does not keep changing from time to person, time or person. So it is unconditional and continuous. There are no conditions. And the competence may or may not be there in me or in the other also. And even after taking 100 attempts, it may not happen. So be prepared. So to sum up, yeah.
I will reach by 11 o'clock, but he is reached by 12 o'clock and he is always late. And if it is repeatedly happening, and we need to make him to understand.
Yeah. You help the person to improve the competence. Not by getting angry, not by punishing. Try to understand why the person is getting late. Explain to, if you think that the problem can be handled at your end, try to explain to the person. If it can be handled only by the higher authority, then handle it that way. As I told you, the child who, in our college we had a case where the child was coming late because her mother was suffering from cancer. So we had to talk to the higher authority. We spoke to the university and we gave her 6 months leave, study from home. So such cases can be there. Small cases you can explain to the child, help the child to improve the competence.
Even students also, they are telling that they will go to bed around 11 o'clock. We used to advise them at least to go by 10 o'clock. And what they are doing at the time of exam and all, they are studying up to 12 o'clock. And repeatedly, even we are telling repeatedly, go to bed at 10 o'clock early in the morning.
But telling repeatedly will not help. We have to work at the competence at a different way. We have to help them understand why they are studying. They don't know why they are studying. They only know that they have to get a degree. Degree can be got in many ways, by copying also. And they are saying that, no, they have said it to us. So for them, they don't know why this degree is important. Why they are here to study. They only know if they get a degree, they'll get a job, they'll get a pay package. This is a direct relation that they have. So we have to help them in bringing up their right understanding. And that is why if you have a UHV program, it's good to work with the students. So to sum up, to sum up, trust is to have the clarity that the other wants to make me happy and prosperous. And trust is the foundation of relationship. If I'm aware of natural acceptance, I have trust on intention. If I'm aware that all of us have natural acceptance, all human beings are bestowed with natural acceptance. If I know that, will I not have trust on intention? Yes or no? I feel related to the other when I accept the relationship. When I make a program with the other, it is based on right evaluation of our mutual competence. I will understand the competence of the person. Right now what has happened, our own competence is not there. So we are not able to understand the competence of the other. And I am not able to handle myself, so I cannot help the other in handling the other themselves. I am in disharmony, the moment they come late, I am getting disharmony. I cannot help the other. I need to have the right understanding as to why. What is the root cause? I am telling 100 times and also they are not changing. They will not change. 1,000 times also they will not change. So I have to work on their right understanding. Only then the change will happen. Change is not going to be so easy. Can anybody change us? How much have we changed in so many years? Think about it, explore it. So, in case the other is lacking in competency, I make effort to assure the other. I make effort to improve his competence once he is assured in the relationship, not before that. If I lack competence, I am ready to take help from the other to improve my competency. How much are we ready to? This is also important. If I am unaware of my natural acceptance, I may have doubt on intention. I evaluate the other on the basis of his competence and assume the lack of competence to be the lack of intention, and thus feel opposed with him while I evaluate myself on intention. This feeling of opposition shows up as irritation or anger, and it may further lead to fighting, struggle, and war. What is happening to nations? The nations who are fighting, what is happening? Where is the war going on? Ukraine, Russia, what is happening? Lack of understanding, right understanding is missing. It was all because of physical facility. Now we have to decide whether we want to continue the fight on physical facility or whether we want to establish relationships. Because if we are having the feeling of opposition, it will show up in anger or the day we are angry on someone or jealous on someone, just understand that we are in disharmony. We are not with our natural acceptance. Natural acceptance is to be in relation. We have moved away from that. And one moment of disharmony can cause multiple moments of disharmony.